Aloha, everybody, and welcome to Part 11. As an intro to the next world, we have a proper CG cutscene, so enjoy.
Looks like my time limit is about up.
Sonic?
Sorry. I don't mean to worry you. I'll be okay.
I'm so sorry. It's my fault that this happened to you.
Really? Don't worry about it. Just remember my promise. The promise between me and you.
I haven't forgotten that promise.
I knew I could count on you, Shara. It's gonna take more than some tiny flame to bring judgment down on me. Come on, let's go!
Okay.
So how about that? Make Believe's Reborn! So finally we're moving on to the final zone in the game, Night Palace. This is where things are coming to a head. We have one last secret ring to find, and one big pink genie to go beat the crap out of.
So this is where Erazor is.
Don't worry, we'll get him in no time.
And this place is pretty finalic. Finalic? That's not a word. It has a sense of finality to it. The theme song of this place is freaking awesome. Again, Sonic and the Secret Rings is one of the most underrated soundtracks in all of Sonic. I think a lot of the musical pieces really hit home. And I love Night Palace's theme so much. It makes you feel like you're coming to the big confrontation, to the big final set piece of the game, you know? It just feels so epic and heart-pounding, and it's awesome. This is the most dangerous wall sidling section in the entire game, mostly because the things are actually falling out from under you. Also, there's not enough bars, so some spikes that hit you will send you falling to your death, and you may find yourself going around those places a lot, and I mean a lot. And there are certain missions that are centered around the whole wall sidling gimmick. Yay! One of them's mandatory. I may have rage quitted, but we'll talk about that later. As for Night Palace, it's pretty dangerous, pretty tricky level. I mean, there's a lot going on. but for the most part, it's not horrible level design. It's just they throw everything at you. Ball spikes are raining down the stairways. Erazor Djinn's minions are everywhere, ready to just pounce on you when you least expect it. Like you're just walking and oh, there he is! Oh, I'm dead. The hell is this? A surprise horror game where the monster just pops in? Jesus. I'm just entering the doorway and oh, there he is! And keep in mind, if I were faster, I definitely wouldn't have saw it coming. That's why I don't think speed is all that great an attribute in Sonic and the Secret Rings. But you'll be seeing more of that later when you actually see me play a level 99 file. Some people have asked what's up with the shadowy after effect that happens to Sonic every now and then when he he does like a slide or something. That's I believe soul gauge getting built up or its experience getting gotten. It's one of the power-ups basically, but I think you get either soul gauge energy or experience. But holy magic carpet ride! You hit a ball spike, you die, and you have to restart it all over again. No checkpoints in between, I do not believe.
Hey, check out the view!
Sonic, we don't have time for sightseeing.
You know, Shara, you've been a bitch this whole game.
He must be through here.
Indeed.
Whoa! What the?
The room stretched. Something's come out.
Which means maybe we can go in.
Where could this be?
Are we really inside the palace? Incoming!
This is one of the more annoying sections in the game, mainly because so many of these missions have these dagger things taking out the glass floor from out of nowhere, and so many times, especially if your character's running really, really fast, you won't see it coming and they'll just smash the glass out on you and totally kill you and send you falling to a bottomless pit. So you gotta be a little bit careful with those sections, but for the main get to the goal ring level, it's not so bad. Basically, with this gimmick, in the stretched hallway, we have a whole bunch of gates which take us to the outer space glass floor areas. And then we get sent back to a room where gas is killing us. You'll see in the top left, our ring count is actually diminishing one by one. Sort of like we're supersonic or something. But of course, when it hits 0, if we get hit again by that gas, we are dead, and we'll have to redo that section. So, you know, always pick up rings when you're in the big white rooms. Keep picking up rings, keep going on the move. Don't just stand around, you know. As for the regular level of this place, it's not so bad. It's really the missions that are going to give you the most trouble. And there are a lot of missions you have to complete in order to get the secret ring of this world and see the true final story of the game. So, but you'll be seeing that. Thing I just recommend is, again, picking up rings in these rooms. When you flip the hourglass, you are safe, you are protected from the gas, and you just move on to the next gate, and so forth. So this is Night Palace. It's gigantic, it's fancy, has a kick-ass theme song, if I do say so myself. And just follow the rings when you're on the glass floors, because you definitely want to. Also, that's another gimmick I don't like about this game. I haven't really talked about it much, but with this level, it's pretty obvious that the rings in the sky are hiding some, like, invisible rails and stuff, but there are a lot of invisible rails in this game that you'll just be, like, air dashing somewhere, and then all of a sudden you're on a rail that just magically appeared in the area. And it's like, sometimes you get foreshadowing and you know there's going to be a rail there, but other times it's just like, whoa, surprise rail, what the hell happened? Why do they have to be invisible? Why can't they just be regular rails? Why does everything have to be a secret in the Secret Rings game? I don't know.
So, we're finally here.
Stay confident. Let's go.
And thus, that is Night Palace. I got a silver. I did not see that coming. I died once. I could have got the gold, maybe. Maybe. Probably not. But anywho, folks, it's time to face off with the evil Erazor Djinn. So yeah, let's go do that.
Ugh! It's the blue rat again.
Hey! Looks like I'm running a bit low here. Think you could top me off?
Have you brought the 7 world rings?
Well, you see, You should really just look for them yourself.
Very well. I'll carve you to pieces until I find every last one.
Is that so? Let's see you try!
Make Believe's reborn! Okay, technically, yes, we can go and face off with Erazor Djinn and get the regular ending of the game, but I want to save it for later down this LP. I want to take on Erazor Djinn proper so that I can have the full climactic finale, you know? Instead, I'm going to detour, I'm going to go race Uhu, and try and find the secret ring of Night Palace. This is the second level that made me rage quit. Why? Uhu is freaking fast. If you are a low-level Sonic, if you don't have the accelerators necessary, you have to be on your toes, and you absolutely cannot make a single mistake. Not really any. You're on these ledges where any hit you take will take you down, and you'll have to backtrack and restart checkpoints all over again. So, if you get hit, if you ran into that ghost, if I didn't stop at the very split second that I needed to, I would have died, and I would have fallen in the hole, and the Uhu would still be ahead of me, and he would just win the race, and I'd be screwed, you know? I hated this mission. I hated this mission because there was no margin for error. And at the very end of this level, they have a spinning spring it spins really super fast, and you have to hit it when it's facing upwards. But if you're even a second too late, you will miss that spring, and you'll have to backtrack and try again and stuff, and that gives Uhu time to immediately pass you and go to the goal ring. I made it look super quick, super simple there. That was after like 30 tries. I even tried using Time Break in order to slow down that spring, but again, because Sonic's reaction was slow too, I could not hit that spring even when it was all slowed down. I don't know what to tell you. That was a really luck of the draw situation. You cannot die, you have to sidle all on those walls perfectly, and you have to hit that spring at the end very, very carefully. If your motion controls are not fast enough, if you swing at the wrong time, if everything is just not working, if everything's working against you, that mission is awful, and I had to stop playing because I was so angry. I went on Twitter and I was like, God damn it! Fuck secret rings! How could people like this game? Race Uhu to the goal? Fuck, God, I can feel the vein in my forehead just pulsing. I can just feel it pulsing, and I feel like I'm gonna die. But anywho, in part 12, we will continue our quest to look for the secret ring of Night Palace.